What would you do if you found out your husband wasn't just cheating? He was cheating with your own aunt. Would you scream? Would you crumble? Or would you plot the kind of revenge that makes their faces burn with shame forever? I'm Sophia. I'm 28. And the night I walked into that hotel room changed everything. My husband thought I'd never find out. My aunt thought she could betray me and get away with it. But I made sure they never forgot the moment I caught them. If you've ever been lied to, betrayed, or underestimated, this story is going to hit home. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for one of the most emotionally charged revenge stories you'll hear today. My name is Sophia, and until recently, I thought I had a fairly normal marriage. My husband, Daniel, and I had been together for 5 years. We weren't perfect, but I believed we were solid. Then the little signs started. He began guarding his phone like it was a state secret. His lock screen changed. He'd laugh at texts, but turn the screen away before I could see. At night, he'd tilt his body just slightly so I couldn't peek over his shoulder. At first, I brushed it off. We all value privacy, right? But it nagged at me, that gut feeling, the one women learn to ignore because we're told we're too sensitive. Then one night, his phone buzzed while he was in the shower. Normally, he never let it out of his sight, but there it was on the nightstand. A message lit up the screen. I wasn't snooping, it was just there. It said, "Can't wait to see you again." My stomach flipped. My throat went dry. Who sends that to a married man? When I confronted him, I tried to keep my voice calm. "Daniel, who's texting you?" He didn't even flinch. He smirked and said, "It's just a coworker. Inside joke. You're being paranoid." Paranoid. That word stabbed me. The way he said it, condescending, dismissive, like I was some clingy wife inventing problems. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust my husband. But my instincts screamed louder than his lies. A few days later, I got the confirmation I never wanted. I was folding laundry when his phone buzzed again. This time, the name showed. It wasn't a coworker. It wasn't a stranger. It was my aunt. Yes, my aunt. My mom's younger sister. The woman who used to babysit me, braid my hair, sneak me candy when my mom wasn't looking. She'd been part of my life forever. And now she was sleeping with my husband. I felt like the air had been punched out of my lungs. I sank onto the floor, clutching that stupid phone, my hands trembling. My chest felt like it was caving in. When I confronted him again, I expected tears, guilt, something human. Instead, he gaslit me. "Sophia, you're imagining things. You're crazy." Crazy. That word burned. He was looking me in the eyes and denying reality. And my aunt? She didn't even answer my calls. She just vanished into silence like cowards do. For days, I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I'd lie awake at night staring at the ceiling, every detail replaying in my head. Her laugh, his smile, the two of them together, probably mocking me behind my back. I felt humiliated, replaced, disrespected not just as a wife, but as a niece. Betrayal cut me from both sides of my life, my marriage and my family. But here's the thing about heartbreak. Once the tears dry, something harder takes root. Anger. And anger can be a beautiful fuel. I decided I wasn't going to beg. I wasn't going to scream. I was going to catch them. A few nights later, I overheard Daniel on the phone. He was in the kitchen whispering, but his voice carried just enough. "Yeah, Friday night, the hotel, same place." I froze. Did I hear that right? Hotel, same place. He hung up quickly when he noticed me, forcing a fake yawn. "Long day. I'm heading to bed." But I knew. My blood boiled, but my mind sharpened. This was my chance. And fate? Fate gave me the perfect weapon. The hotel he mentioned wasn't just any hotel. The owner was one of my best friends from college, Lena. I called her immediately. My voice was shaking so badly she could barely understand me. "Lena, if Daniel books a room this week, I need you to tell me, please." Her answer was instant. "Say no more. I'll keep an eye out." The next few days were torture. Every hour dragged like a year. My hands fidgeted constantly, my stomach twisted with dread and anticipation. I couldn't focus on work. I couldn't focus on food. Then, Friday afternoon, my phone buzzed. Lena's text. Room 214, 7 p.m. They just booked it. I nearly dropped my phone. My pulse roared in my ears. This was it. I paced my living room, rehearsing what I'd say. Should I scream? Should I throw his clothes out the window? Should I slap my aunt across the face? Every scenario ran through my head. But then I thought, no, I'll keep it cold, controlled. That'll scare them more than any tantrum. At 7:15, I pushed open those hotel doors. My heels clicked on the tile floor like gunshots. Lena was at the desk, her eyes wide, her lips pressed into a line. She slid me a key card and whispered, "Go, get him." The hallway was eerily quiet. My hands shook so hard I could barely slide the card into the lock. For a second, I considered turning back. Maybe I didn't want to see it. Maybe I wanted to keep pretending. But then the lock clicked, the door swung open, and there they were. Daniel, shirt half unbuttoned, guilty as sin. My aunt, perched on the bed, drink in hand, laughter frozen on her lips. They looked like deer caught in headlights. I stepped inside slowly, savoring every second of their panic. My voice came out icy, steady. "Don't stop on my account." The silence was thick. Daniel scrambled to his feet. "Sophia, it's not what it looks like." I cut him off. "Oh, it's exactly what it looks like." My aunt fumbled for words. "Sophia, please, it's complicated." I laughed. Sharp. Bitter. "Complicated? You're my aunt. He's my husband. There's nothing complicated about betrayal. It's simple. You two are disgusting." Their faces, God, I'll never forget their faces. Pale, ashamed, stuttering like children caught with their hands in the cookie jar. I pulled out my phone. "Smile," I said, snapping a photo. Daniel lunged forward. "Sophia, don't." I stepped back, smirking. "Relax, I don't need to post it. I don't need to ruin your lives. The memory alone is enough. Because from now on, you'll never gaslight me again. I caught you. I win." And then I walked out, calm, head high. That night, I sat in my car shaking, but not from sadness, from adrenaline. For the first time in weeks, I felt powerful again. Daniel tried to call me, dozens of missed calls, pathetic voicemails. "Sophia, please, it was a mistake. We can work this out." My aunt texted me novels of excuses. "I didn't mean to hurt you. It just happened." "You have to understand?" No, I didn't have to understand anything. I blocked them both, and for the first time, I slept like a baby. The best part wasn't just catching them. It was watching them crumble. They thought they were clever. They thought they'd never get caught. And when I walked into that hotel room, their perfect little secret shattered. Their shame, their panic, that was my justice. And the revenge? It wasn't loud. It wasn't messy. It was clean, surgical. The kind of revenge that lingers every time they look in the mirror. Here's what I learned. Betrayal is inevitable sometimes. But when people reveal their true selves, believe them. Don't waste years begging for honesty from liars. Sometimes, the most powerful revenge isn't ruining their lives. It's catching them in their lie and walking away with your dignity intact. So tell me, if you were in my shoes, what would you have done? Would you have confronted them like I did? Or gone for something even more dramatic? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this story gave you chills, smash that like button, share it with someone who loves a good dose of karma, and subscribe for more real-life revenge stories told just like this.